Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline and it's day one of Just Breathe. Before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, like this video and share the video. You can also go follow me on my Instagram that's also called The Art of Being Ill. So it's day one of our Just Breathe journey together. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful New Year, and are ready to breathe. Today is actually a quite simple video because today you are going to learn to breathe. And this sounds a little bit odd because learn to breathe, Caroline, that's something we do automatically, because if we didn't, we kind of wouldn't have been here, we wouldn't be alive. But that's actually not the case. A lot of people breathe very superficial, and this is enough to keep you alive. But if you can manage to breathe more deep, not only will you feel more relaxed, it will be great for anxiety, stress, just calming the nervous system, great for pain management. It is a great tool if you're in a situation where you are getting a little stressed out, like somebody is confronting you with something, or you have to go into a job interview or whatever. Being able to actually take a very deep breath is actually a great tool. But it's also great if you, and I'm not thinking necessarily this is people with chronic illness, I'm not thinking you're running marathons and stuff like that, but it is actually something that can help exercise better, because you can breathe better. It sounds weird, but let's just give it a try. So come on, sit down on the ground or sit on a couch or a chair. It doesn't really matter, just where you can sit comfortably and be relaxed. So I'm sitting on the ground because I like that. I'm sitting on a little blanket. And my apartment is not that big, so you can't see that. I had to give up. I couldn't really get a shot anywhere in my apartment where you could see all of me. But I am sitting down on a blanket with my legs crossed. So what we're going to start with is kind of showing you the difference between the superficial breathing and the deep breathing, so you can get a feeling in your body what's the difference, right? So most people, they breathe into their rib cage, their lungs. Of course, because when you breathe in, the air goes to your lungs, so clearly your rib cage is gonna expand. That makes sense. But what we want to do is we want to breathe down to the belly. This doesn't mean, of course, your rib cage will still expand because air is getting down there. It's more something you can. It's more like you imagine that you're getting your breath all the way down to your belly. It kind of makes you able to take even deeper breath. But don't think about that right now. First, we're gonna try to just, and I want to invite you to just hold your hands on your rib cage somewhere where it's comfortable. If you're a woman like me, it's either above or under. But hold your hand somewhere. I actually like to, I think I'm gonna hold them here. And then take a very deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, where you are really focusing on expanding your rib cage. So really take a deep breath. Don't think about the belly at this point, but just breathe into the rib cage as much as you can. Breathe in till you can't breathe in out anymore, and then breathe out till you can't breathe out anymore. And focus on the expansion and the contraction of the rib cage, okay? So just breathe out to start before we take a deep breath in. Great. And then you take a very deep, as much as you can, breathe in. And breathe out. Let's do that one more time. Great. Now just breathe normally. I don't know if you noticed how that felt for you, but for me, it actually feels quite difficult. I feel like it's really hard to breathe in, and I feel a little bit out of breath right now. So try and notice, how do you feel? Do you feel a little out of breath? Do you feel good? What do you feel? Do you feel like you actually, do you feel like you breathe in long enough? Could you have breathed in more but couldn't because, there couldn't be any more air in your rib cage, so to speak? Just think about that. And then when you're ready, we're gonna do the same thing, but where we relax our rib cage and we focus on the belly. So in this, take your hands to your belly so you can feel it. And I understand, of course, you can't really completely avoid that your rib cage will expand. Of course not, because, well, the air has to go through there. But try to relax as much as you can your rib cage. Try not to expand too much. Don't overthink it. Just take your focus to the belly instead of the rib cage, and it will usually just flow automatically. And then think about when we breathe in through our nose till we can't breathe in anymore. Think about your belly expanding like when you blow air into a balloon. And do the same thing where you do it as long as you can. And then when you can't breathe in anymore, you breathe out through your mouth till you can't breathe out. Okay, let's try. So hands to the belly and just take a normal deep breath in and out just to start. And then here we go. We breathe in through our nose to our belly, expand the belly. And when you can't anymore, you breathe out through the mouth till you can't breathe out anymore. Again, breathe in. And out. Great. Again, just take a second to notice, how did that feel compared to when you did it with your rib cage? For me, I still feel a little bit out of breath. Not as much as when I only did it with my rib cage, but still. Yeah. Great. Now we want to combine those two. We want to take a full breath. Think about when you breathe in that you breathe into your stomach first. It goes all the way down to the stomach, and your stomach expands like a balloon, and then it goes to the rib cage, and the rib cage will expand. And the same thing then when you breathe out, you want to start by contracting your stomach and then your rib cage. And again, we breathe in through our mouth and out. We breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And we breathe in for as long as we can, and we breathe out for as long as we can. So let's try. Just take a normal deep breath in and out just to get started. Great. And here we go. Breathe into the stomach, then the rib cage. Here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Keep going on your own for a few rounds. Let's do one more. Great. Now take a second to be still and close your eyes and just notice how you feel breathing naturally. can open your eyes. Personally, I feel more relaxed now. I feel like I actually took some deep breath and not just some superficial breath. And I feel more calm and relaxed. I hope you feel the same. Don't worry if you don't, because it's actually not easy. It seems easy. You are thinking it's supposed to be easy, but it's actually not. It is something you need to train, and the longer you train your breath, the deeper the breath you can take in and out. So don't worry if you don't feel like you quite got it. You can keep practicing on your own, of course. Please, you can leave a comment saying how that made you feel. Did it do anything for you? Do you think you need to practice a little more maybe? Or if you have any questions for the breathing technique, you can always leave that comment down below. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2 of our breathing journey.